What is that one thing without which you cannot live without, but that thing, having it is non-negotiable in your life? If you don't have it for a minute, your life depends on it. Now, most of the Gen Zs, including me also, would say our mobile phone, correct? So if the mobile phone is not there with us, we feel like, okay, there's something like I need to scroll. Scroll anxiety is there. Maybe I'm missing out something, fear of missing out. But what if the same thing exists in the biopharma industry? What is that one profession which, if it doesn't exist, create a lot of anxiety to the pharma companies? Yes, you guessed it right. From the title of the video, of course, that is QA and QC. Because if QA, QC doesn't exist, if I'm a pharma company, I'll be super tensed. My product is going out in the market. What if it backfires? What if there is adverse reaction? What if the product gets seized by the government and the government cancels my license? My company will be bankrupt, right? So that is where, just like how mobile is inseparable from our lives, QA/QC is inseparable from biopharma companies. Now you can understand that correlation, right? You can understand how magnetic that is. I'm going to tell you the second fact number 2 about QA/QC, which nobody tells you. The companies, biotech and pharma companies, really struggle to hire QA/QC executives, right? So what they do is they hire freshers and train them, right? So if I have to hire and they do the hard work of training them, because no degree exists for MSc in QA/QC doesn't exist, right? So what would I do? I'll hire at a lesser salary, right? Train them for 1 year and then I'll give high salary, right? So most of the QA/QC jobs which you see, probably less salary. But the moment you have 1 to 2 years of experience, bingo, it shoots, right? And that problem we have solved at Biotechnica. We understood that what the biopharma company needs. It's a magnet, right? I cannot live without the mobile. Same with the biopharma company cannot live without QA/QC. But they are not getting trained QA/QC professionals, right? Now, where they struggle is not about the lab part. Of course, you have some lab experience, right? So they don't struggle in the lab part. They struggle in the data analysis part also. So as a QA/QC professional, you don't know GMP, GDP, GLP, ICH, Q7 guidelines. People in your college don't train you about quality management systems. They don't train you about how soft skills is so important for QA/QC. How can you transition from a trainee to a QC executive to a supervisor to a manager to a director? Nobody talks about that, right? And nobody tells you how important this is for the pharma industry, right? So if that is a magnet, once you get in, it's an evergreen, ever-growing field, high leverage, and even AI cannot replace you, right? So that is where the quality management system is changing now. Okay, of course, with the advent of AI, it is improving. But definitely humans will always be required in QA/QC, right? How much ever automation we bring in, there will be a human in the loop. So QA, which is a proactive process like process designing, training, audits, risk management, change control, preventive measures. Now there is QC, which is reactive, right? So we react to what is the product. So we do the testing, we do the inspection, we do the method validation, we do a lot of defect detection, in-process monitoring, and then we release the final product, right? So all of this you can learn. How? 26th of February, Biotechnica is starting the QA/QC training course with data analysis projects from the industry. Yes, you heard me right. We have partnered with several pharma and biotech companies, understood their requirement, created a juice of their requirement, okay? Churn it, create the juice. And that juice is this training program. And that is why there is a project in this. Now, we don't just train you on QA or QC, we train you on the documentation. We train you on attributable, legible, contemporaneous, original, accurate and available, enduring, consistent and complete, the legal scientific record that provides product safety. We will provide you the technical competencies and then we will hand over to the industry. That is where the placement support comes into picture. Several students of Biotechnica have got jobs in QA/QC. You can check our YouTube channel, right? So you can also be a part of this training program with project and then get a job. Now, one important factor which nobody talks about is HPLC, GC, LCMS, UV, IR spectroscopy, Carl Fisher titrations. All of this is very, very important. So we have another training program which is HPLC, GC, LCMS available for all of you, which you can take along with QA/QC training program, and then you become a complete QA/QC professional. QA will prevent, QC will detect. Documentation is not evidence, not paperwork. If the work is not documented, it doesn't work. So documentation has to be the evidence. Regulatory framework are not the floor, not the ceiling. You have to remember that hands-on training and data analysis beats any kind of degree. So even if you have a degree in masters in biotechnology, life science, microbiology, doesn't matter. The moment you take this training program, you're good to go. Technical skills important, soft skills super important, documentation super important. Then only you become a career leader, right? So if you want a career which is technically growing, strategically important, globally portable, and well compensated, a lot of salary comes in with clear growth path, then QA/QC should be one of your options. And it is a magnet. Once you have learned QA/QC, you have 2 years of experience. People are going to hire you just like that at salaries which you command. Where will you get these jobs? Pockets of India, which is Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Hyderabad, the pharmaceutical companies in Himachal and Uttarakhand, Delhi side, Gurgaon, Noida, all these places, right? There are various other pharma companies in Tamil Nadu, in between Bangalore and Tamil Nadu, Hyderabad, you'll get there, right? So if you learn 1 to 3 months of this internship, which we have with documentation, SOP training and learning and hands-on operation, you can actually get jobs faster. Now, one important thing I would like to highlight here is you should think of it like a job which is not just going to be there static, it is going to grow, right? The quality management system is evolving, AI is coming in, the interconnected loop which the industries have built is leading to more compliance, right? And companies are doing more compliance because the government is demanding more compliance. So your understanding of quality management system is non-negotiable. Your understanding of HPLC, GC, LCMS, NMR, UV spectroscopy is non-negotiable. You have to understand method development validation parameters such as accuracy, precision, robustness, specificity, LOQ, LOD, and linearity. You'll have to understand how regulatory audits work, how exactly cross-functional engagement has to be there in between R&D, manufacturing, sales, for customer complaints and regulatory bodies. And you'll have to understand that initially the salary will be low, but within a year it shoots. So if you have the patience and you want an ever-growing career in the pharma industry where nobody can take that away from you, it's like a magnet, it's like a Fevicol, you're stuck and you keep growing. 10 years in QA/QC, you can be the director of QA/QC in any biopharma companies. So many startups are coming up. So many manufacturing companies are coming up. And with the recent budget where pharma companies have got more support from the government, more medicines are going to be manufactured in India. With the tariffs coming down from US, more factories will be opened in India in pharma. So companies will actually look for more QA/QC professionals. And Biotechnica has a proven track record of students who took training with us and got a job. So what are you waiting for? Take the help of Biotechnica. Link is in the description. You can chat with me and our team. In the link, there is a WhatsApp link also. And of course, you can write to me at shekhar@biotechnica.org if you have any questions or confusion about this profession. Remember, it may seem lengthy, but it is less stressful than R&D, but is ever-growing field. So go ahead, launch your career in QA/QC with Biotechnica. All the best.